Hello, my good friends. Normally, when I'm sitting here in front of my bookshelves, I'm either reviewing a book, hauling books, or talking about giant. Today, we're going to do an unhaul because I need cash and I only live like a half an hour away from a half price books, which, you know, back when I lived in civilization, I lived like 12 minutes away from three different ones. But now I have to drive a half hour to get to half price books, and I'm totally okay with that. Because I need cash, and half price books is a secondhand bookstore that will give you cash for books. So why go to an ATM when I can just make more bookshelf space and get dollar bills? First book I'm gonna unhaul is a children's book, I'm just gonna flash it, a little self-published children's book, because I know the author, I read the book, very much disagreed with the message. It's one of the messages that I absolutely really don't like, and one of the things that concerns me about religion is instead of going to grief counseling when someone dies, they just pray. So I'm gonna send this away to the half price books, and half price books doesn't have probably hardly any self-published books, especially not self-published children's books. So some grateful parent will see this, think it's cool, and yeah. So starting with that one, The Killer Angels by Marco Shara. It's a dramatization of Gettysburg. DNF'd it, didn't pay much for it. Let's get cash back. It's taking up space, and let's be real, I'm probably never going to read it because I finished writing my novel about the Civil War and I didn't need it. So this makes me a little sad. These next three books, it's the Dinosaur Lords series. Well, turns out it will never be finished because the author passed away. As much as I love this, I made it halfway through the second book. I just don't think I can continue knowing it's not going to be finished. It's like a cross between Game of Thrones and Jurassic Park, and it's really cool, but I'm not going to do that to myself. It doesn't have an ending. Why continue? Up next, this book, it's called Blue Like Jazz. I got it at my parents' house. So obviously I had it when I was a child, never read it, never going to read it. So put it up. First of all, jazz and blues gets confused all the time. Jazz and blues are not the same thing. All right, Into the Planet. I talked about this in my memoir March video, and I gave this 3 stars. The writer is an incredible woman. She's a brilliant photographer, she's a brilliant journalist, she's a brilliant cave diver, but she's not a good memoirist, and this book is almost a complete exercise in what she can't do. She can't write very well when it comes to storytelling. She can't tell a story. So, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. Someone else I'm sure will be pleased to find it. It'll go in the science section of Half Price Books. Next, getting rid of this. It's sticky because I bought it secondhand. Guys, look at this font. That is ridiculous. So, Daniel Green, you make great content for YouTube. I'll leave it at that. Alright, next, I unboxed this on my channel. It's a Nora Roberts book. I got it from a subscription box. I'm never going to read it, but I have used the other stuff that I got in the subscription box, and I just canceled the subscription. It was cool, but they just didn't send me the kind of books I wanted, even though I specified what kind of books I wanted, so I think they just didn't have my taste in stock. So, this, nice hardback, give it to Half Price Books. Again, this is another one that came, I actually filmed a video unboxing this one in February, but I had my microphone turned off. So this is about that guy who walked the tightrope between the World Trade Center in like the 70s. I'm not going to read this, so someone will find this at Half Price Books. Next, What Moves the Dead. Loved it. Great story. Glad I bought this hardback. Look at that. I think historical horror might be a new favorite genre of mine. But I'm going to be honest, I liked the Edgar Allan Poe story better. It's my favorite Edgar Allan Poe story. And as cool as these end pages and stuff are, I'm just not going to ogle over it. It's on too high of a reading level for my kids. And and I need cash. So I'm gonna do away with it if I ever want to reread it, which I probably won't ever reread it. I'll just read the Poe story again because I really love it. All right. Which one do I want to do next? Okay, I'm gonna do Sharp's Rifles. Buddy read this with someone online. He finished it like a good month before I did. I did not care for this book. Genghis Khan said this is the worst place to start. The reason I started is because it has a number 1 on the spine. I'm going to get rid of this one, and I'm going to give Sharp one more try. It's about a redcoat. I don't think I'm very, conditioned to love redcoats, but, hey. I was a little disappointed because for some reason I had it in my head that he was a Navy guy, but no, he's an Army boy, and yeah. So I'll read Sharp's Tiger, and then Sharp's Trafalgar, maybe, and then if I get through 3 and I don't like them, then I'll just give up on the series. It'll just be like not for me. Alright, another nonfiction book. The Princes in the Tower. Oh, I gotta take this half-price sticker off. The Princes in the Tower by Alison Weir. I have some other history books by Alison Weir. She's a good historian. This one is outdated. It was written before they found Richard II in the Richard III. Ooh. Richard III in the parking lot in Leicester, I believe it was. But Alison Weir is of the school that Richard killed his nephews, and why anyone thinks anybody else would have done it is beyond me. I mean, they were killed by Richard III. Their bodies were found under a staircase. Like, come on. And so that's essentially what she argues. This book also made me hate Elizabeth of York even more because she did the sexy sex with her uncle. I mean, I don't know, but they were in a romantic relationship. I don't know if they were doing it. And yeah, sexy sex with the uncle who killed your little brothers. So think on that next time you think about King Henry VIII, and if you want to go at him for being evil, his mom fucked her uncle who killed her brothers. So let that sink in. While we're on the topic of bad people, the missionary position. I'm getting rid of this one. It's about Mother Teresa and all the terrible things she did for the country of India. This was okay. I agreed with pretty much everything in it. It's just that Christopher Hitchens is such a great writer that this really fell flat. I recommend his book Mortality, about when he was dying. And if you ever see it, you can tell by the thickness of the book that he did not live long after he found out he was dying. So, Mortality, God is not great. He's just an amazing essayist, but this is one of his worst essays. All right, and the last one I've got here. I didn't pay for this. It was honestly just sitting at my school in January, and they were like, "We have extra books, come get one." So Just Mercy. I'm not a true crime fanatic at all. I am not into true crime. If I want to get into something macabre, it's gonna be different. Like I more enjoy things about death than things about violence. When it comes to like morbid curiosity. So if I want to consume this story, I'll just watch. So that's it. So I'm going to get a tote bag together. I'm going to take this over to Half Price Books, and that'll probably happen tomorrow. And I'll make a prediction of how much I think they're going to give me. I'm going to guess $11. I will put it down. I will pin a comment tomorrow saying the amount they gave me. So keep in mind all the stuff I just showed you. I think they're going to give me $11 in cash, which, hey, that's a good week's worth of whatever vending machine items I want at work. So thanks for watching. This was kind of fun to do. I haven't done an unhaul in quite a while, and I need the space. So thanks for watching, guys. Keep reading, keep writing, keep loving words. I'll see you next time. Bye.